Good morning, everybody. It is 11:11 in the UK. It's a very miserable day in the UK. The weather is terrible, and we're live streaming. We're doing some development live streaming today. If you guys saw the previous development live stream that I did back in just before Christmas last year, you would have seen I was working on Finland and Denmark. Today we're gonna mainly focus on probably Denmark, maybe do a bit of Finland as well. Let's see. Trying to see if I can see the chat on here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. But yes, we're here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Okay, I have to double check that my microphone is indeed working. So we're good. Hope everyone's having a good Friday despite the weather, especially if you're in Europe. The weather is fantastic all across Europe at the minute, so hope you guys are faring well with that. Thankfully, I've not really had to deal with snow. It's not snowed around here, so I've been very fortunate with that. Okay, I suppose now would be a time to get rid of this boring overlay. There's that. Boom. Here we are on the map editor, everybody. We're pretty much where we left off. I have done some other bits of work in between this stream and the previous stream. Oh yeah, we're going Minecraft music today. Don't worry about it. I did have a different playlist and was like, oh, DMCA free, that kind of stuff. But then I had a look and it did get a copyright claim. But the stream where we did the C418 music didn't, so we're going C418 today. I have a cup of caramel matcha latte. If you guys have a drink, make sure you are drinking and hydrating. I don't know. Let me change the song. So yeah, those are some of the Minecraft discs playing right there. Chirp and wait. Brilliant music. Let's go Living Mice for the start of the stream. Okay, let's do the preliminary mini console 1, and we have our map overlay. So here we are. Last stream we essentially worked on this area, which was this little rest stop, and this little gap that just needed filling. Hold on, I need to tweak that, or else it'll be made as a bug report. Nope, not like that. Okay, this whole thing here is slightly off. Can I just move this inwards? There we go. Genius. But yes, okay. I've just made coffee. Good to hear. Good to see we're all drinking a bit of coffee today. Put a bit of sugar in mine as well, because still haven't really woke up yet. But yeah, so we were working on this rest stop area in here. In between stream, I have worked on beginning this custom company right here. I do have Google Maps open today. It's just on a different screen. Since this stream, I've got 2 monitors now, so I should hopefully not leak anything. Fingers crossed. It's funny, we're working in Scandinavia and we've got Minecraft music playing. What areas are you working on today? This is Ron that we're working in currently. Currently I'm rebuilding this entire island and city from scratch. It is in ProMods right now, but it's very old. And since the Nordic Horizons DLC has come out, I figured I'm gonna go ahead and renew it. because there's a lot of space here. Let me know if the audio levels are good, by the way, guys. So if my mic's too loud, the music's too loud, or too quiet, whatever. Just let me know in chat. Will South Sweden be redone? Maybe Karlskrona and E22 area. Currently, there's a lot of stuff we want to do in the Scandinavia region. Yeah, let's do that. There's a lot of stuff we want to do. But it mainly comes down to what, like, resources and like developers and that. But we do have a lot of plans which will be revealed in due course. We need a refresh of the entire UK and also bring back Basel. The UK has had its a refresh of some sort, like a reskin of roads, and it's been like that for years. And we currently have no further plans to work on the UK. Well, considering I was the sole developer of the UK for a while. I don't have any plans right now due to the UK rework that's been announced. And there's no point mapping an area if SES are going to be working there soon enough. Bringing back Basel, that's something for a developer who wants to work there to do. Currently, not anything been announced, or as far as I'm aware, nothing's been done in that area yet, but that's where we are. Was this a remix? Ooh. Sweden remix by Ozart. Oxart. Okay. It's actually a nice remix. Yeah. Let's get to work, shall we? If you want to know which part of Ron I am working in, it is in the industrial estate in the roundabout. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know this area very well, like name-wise, but we're working in there. Yeah, UK rework has been announced like a few months ago by SES Software, which I'm very excited for. Okay, so let's see where we should start. Oh, there's the wrong menu. I forget which. There we go. That's my Google Maps. Okay, let's do some work on this company here then. At the minute, I'm mainly just getting the layout of the company sorted. This is the first time you've seen the map design process. Good to hear. It's definitely an interesting one. It is a pain to learn, but when you know it, it's fantastic. Okay, I want to use the different asphalt here. Asphalt free row. It's kind of like this. Yeah, it essentially just goes up right to this building. But not all that way. About up to here. Vaguely. Let's just do that. I can make it look a bit more interesting. Yeah, hopefully this stream will be a bit more interesting than the previous one, because I was very quiet last stream, because, yeah, I do that whilst I'm driving in this game. But let's see. I'm trying to... Is that a container I'm looking at on Google Maps? I think that might be a trailer. Now this building, I might need to move it up slightly. Sort of like this. I could actually, yeah, this could be moved up. But this needs to go back to about here. That's good, okay. What I want to do, since I want to have a company here, since this is in Denmark, we need to have a double point somewhere, so maybe just here. essentially these models act as like little placeholders, so you can start to figure out where you should be putting your parking areas when you do the company. So that's what these are for. What Ukraine territories are planned to be added soon? If I remember correctly, there's nothing that's been announced publicly yet, but obviously we do have plans. It's mainly just whether there are developers who want to do said plans, and also what, if they have their own sort of thing. So I don't think there's anywhere being worked on currently, but if there was, I wouldn't say where until there was a public announcement. So take that as you will. Okay, I think that should be fine. Maybe could have a parking here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. So, right. This area, this bit here needs to go out. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here with the doubles. I think this might be a good spot for the moment. Obviously, there's plenty of space. It's just I want to also work on the detailing around here because there's a lot of stuff I can see on satellite view that's kind of just all over the place. So, got to be a bit careful surrounding that. Trying to get through a bit of my latte before it starts getting a bit cold. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So, let's focus on inside the company for the minute. I kind of want to put a fence up around. So there's one here. There we go, that's better. What's this side got? I might just put my own doors in. There we go. I'll leave it there for the moment. Why not? Okay. I want to sort out the decal here before I forget. What was the decal I used last stream? Over here. Eyebrow overlays. Perfect. And I want this to just be a line. I think this one. How long does making a section like this take? It can take a long time, especially considering we do this as a hobby. Like, obviously this isn't our full-on job, so when you factor in like just general life and also just how long this kind of content takes to make, it can take a very long time. I might make it so. What's this song? Ah, it's a Wonder Stop song. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. That's fine. Do you ever plan to do Law for 10? Nothing that's been publicly announced so far. I've got a message, I'll check that later. Yeah, nothing that's been publicly announced thus far. Any projects that are coming or not coming will be announced in due course. We'll see. Depends on who's available and who wants to work in these regions. As I said earlier with Ukraine. I think I might do the decals here as none. Oh yeah, that's much better. That is good. Still a sharp transition as it is in real life, but it doesn't look jarring. Now the asphalt material there is also slightly different. Would this one work? It's kind of lighter in real life. See if I can get a lighter asphalt. Maybe this one? That just feels too bright to me. Isn't there a... Isn't there a... Let's try this. That'll be fine. And it looks like this is the same material used up here, so... Oh, why is Truckee opened? Go away. And what I can do here is just move this back. Like so. Then I just need to continue the decals. Would be neat to see the maps you're basing on as your progress. I can do. Just depends if you're good with a bunch of alt tabbing every now and then. And sometimes for the finer details, it is very useful to just be able to see it side by side. I've just noticed there's a building. Oh wait, that's the wrong side of the road. There is... Let me see what we've got here. If release bus coach next version, please add more bus stop and station in ProMods. If you're talking about the coaches DLC, we've already slowly started making preparations. You might have noticed that one of the new areas in Paris is designed for the coaches, because there's like a little coach parking area. So we are slowly doing stuff, but obviously some things we'll have to reintegrate into the map from SES changes, and obviously some of it will be our own changes and whatnot. So it's a process that'll take time, just like with any DLC merge. I swear there's an admin thing that is just like a container. Or is it just under construct? This one? No, but that isn't very nice. Okay, nice asset. I think what I'm looking for is this. Kinda. I don't know, I'll just go with a regular container. I think, yeah, I need to push this a little more. Because this company essentially goes right up to where this rest area we have is, so... Let's see. That's good. Okay. In here, this just goes out by shoulder asphalt. This needs to be I think it's just the same as this, to be fair, so this should just be... Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a bit too far, so maybe just 31. 31. Okay, I'll just set it to 30 and then sort the gap out manually. I might need to do a bit of retrofitting in terms of the layout here, just for scale, because there is a bit more of the company on this side, but it's a bit of a squeeze, so I might just like shrink, like just ignore it, just so it's not like, because or else it would be way too much for an area that you're not going to really be seeing. So oh, I've just noticed on this side as well, that is... Oh, let's do this. we go. Just need to do the same on this side. It just needs to go in there, so. Probably just that, because this is going to be same texture. Okay, that looks good to me. I want to double check this corner here. Okay, so this doesn't really bend like this. It kind of just... Let's see what I can do here. This it kind of goes like... just like goes down. Maybe this would actually be a better one to do this on. Kind of does like this. Vaguely. And then it's like... no, I'll keep it as is. I'll keep it as is. It's easier to work with. There we go. No, hold on. There's a better way. Simple case of this. About that. There's like a bit of like a terrain here, so it's like a... yeah. Okay, so if I just draw a terrain piece here, get rid of that, and replace this with a UN curve. Yes, okay. I can make it match the other one in a second. But this is like a lot lower. Like this is pretty much just on top of the road. So I mean that's gonna look weird-ish, but I could just put a curb here as well. I might do that so then this side transition here doesn't look too weird. Is this done while people are driving around? No, this is a separate. Yeah, I'm doing this in a really dumb way. Hold on. I just make it 1. I have a bit more control. Or not. Okay. This is a bit annoying. Actually, no, this is fine. I can make this work. Because I can kind of like do a terrain decal here. Yeah, but that... Okay, that's pretty high up for what I would want, so... See if I can push that down ever so slightly. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay. This is kind of like a bit of a dirt texture, so if I can get a nice dirty grass... Like, it's got dirt, but... Like, it's very dirty, but I'd want a bit of, like, grass poking through. Maybe this. Okay, now that's a far texture. Don't know how I didn't read that. This one. Okay, that's... Nope. Definitely not. Could just go with this actually. And just... It's more dirt though. It's not dry, it's just dirt. Maybe semi-green? No. Dear. I'll just go with a dirt texture. This one. Oh, wait, this one. Ooh. That could be good. Actually. It's a bit low res, though. That's the main issue. Yeah, because that would feel a bit too weird to me. Let's go with this for now, and if I find a better texture, we can use that texture, because this is going to have bushes and stuff on top, so... Let me show you what I mean. So, it's got a bush, so if I just... Let me close this. Is that too big? Yeah, it's a bit too big right now. Nope. Hedge maybe might be better. Oh yeah, this one. Something like this. It's kind of what... How to start learning to use the map editor. It's very complicated, I'll tell you that much. Like, it takes a while to learn, but... It's not an easy way to explain it just on a live stream like this, so, feel free to ask in the mod making advice channel on our Discord. Maybe you'll get some help there. I could use some of these grass decals, actually. Kind of have some grass poking through. How well will that work? Yeah, they're modular. So there's still a little bit of vegetation. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay. It does look like though the trees kind of like the actual greenery kind of extends this way a little as well. So I might actually do this. So maybe do that and then just... Yeah. It sort of goes on like this. And there is a tree. And then there's a few more of these bushes, so I might as well just copy paste and then rotate. And it's still got like this dirty texture, so... Might try and just move that way. Yeah. It's okay if a little bit of it pokes through, but not too much. There is a tree. There is like a huge tree here, so I'm kind of tempted to... Here's the amazing thing with these new like terrain transition things. You can really shrink them down just by moving your vertices a bit. Then you can like make it look a little more... Obviously it's a bit awkward, but if you know what you're doing, you've just got yourself a nice little transition without having to place more stuff down. And then since there's a tree here, we are going to put a tree down. For some reason you search up tree and it doesn't give you a tree. I'm trying to figure out what would be a good tree for this. I just search up this Decid. That almost works. I'll put that there. That's too big. I could shrink it down. No, that's just way too big. Ooh. I'm going with that one. That's practically identical. So if I just put you like this. Yeah, that's it. Now on this side, I think a simple curb. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing, just to cover it, like, kind of, yeah, like that. Then it doesn't look too weird with the cross at the path here. We'll just extend that out up to here. Perfect. Looks good. Yeah, I think that's fine, perhaps. It's the best I can think of right now, because it's the most accurate, but if I find another texture, I'll change it. Now, there's kind of like the, I don't know what this is. I think that's a garage thing. This is actually like a lot more further back this way. So maybe this could be moved like that way. And there's a bit more breathing room here. That's good. Right. Okay. I think that's fine. So you have these containers here, but then there's like this like garage thing, kind of like in between that and this tree. So if I just search garage, would that be a good one here? I don't know if this is a garage or whether these are just like very weirdly shaped containers, but I do on that side, they're too close to the road. A little bit of clipping is probably okay. Yeah, it's sort of like this. I don't know why there'd be containers in the front, but you know. It's a shame I can't go around. Like on Google Maps, there's like you can't look into the other side here, so I've just kind of got to go with my guesses. White is a accurate color. Okay. I think this is fine. Can't see over this hedge, but no, that's actually no. These aren't in front. They're like here still. Okay, that makes a little more sense. This is definitely a garage though. Okay. I'd say that looks okay. So we've got the main structure of this company, the actual deliverable part, pretty much down. It's now a question of detailing and figuring all that stuff out. So let's see what we can do here. I want to try and get the fence in, which I think I want to use this one, but it doesn't have a Oh, it does have a base. Okay. I do a low base. It should be flipped the other way, like so. There's no point doing a double fence here, so I will just continue this fence from where this one ends. Perfect. Okay. Now I just want to copy this fence. Okay, let me do that. Then on this side. I might move those truck models up a little. That's better. And I mean, on the side here that goes to the road, it sort of ends a lot earlier. Like, it ends essentially where this building is, so... And sort of like that. Then it rotates. Essentially, this bit here at the front is, like, front-facing. Like, this is, like, the front of the area of the company. Yeah, that's okay. This bit's kind of just bushes, so probably should change this to grass. Grass, green. Maybe low wild, because it doesn't look like it to be very well kept. Yeah, that feels good to me. Then we just go like so. Then maybe another curb. And in this area, there's kind of just like big bushes and hedges, so that's what I'm gonna do. So if I just search up hedge. No, I'll just use shrub. They're like... Yeah, that's too huge. No. Maybe that, but I should push it up here. And then this front area will just be hedge. Yeah, that's okay. And like this area out the front is like a parking sort of area, so that'll be interesting. I think I might just go here and continue right up to the road. On this side I can figure out. Actually, no, yeah. It's this all like prefabs and stuff. And I've just finished my latte. Lovely. Maybe I should have had it a bit quicker though. It's getting a bit cold. Run out the front, it kind of just keeps going. Maybe I'll just do it up to here. Yep, looks good. And then this I can figure it out at some point. I mean, this probably should just be shoulder asphalt, and then this can just be yeah, that's better. Okay. Well, what do we think about the company so far, everybody? I think it looks good so far. And a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of Z fighting here, but I can sort that out at another point. Yeah, we've basically got the framing, the company here done. There's some Z fighting going on. Can I be bothered? You're not going to see it. Who cares? Am I right? Yeah, that looks good to me. I think what I'm going to do now, it's a bit of a distraction, but I want to get the map area in, just so like on the mini map here, it looks good. So let's do that now. So it goes up to here, then it goes like this. Essentially just goes up right to this one. And then it goes up to here. And essentially goes up to here. And like so. Now we just got to do the buildings, which is technically just a car park shelter, but we'll treat it as a building thing. Make sure to draw over. Yeah, looks good. It looks about right. So if I just go into here, yeah, looks good to me. How that's looking, everybody. That's Ron so far. Sort of make out some of the details coming. Obviously, some of these dead end roads aren't going to be drivable, but you can make out the vague layout, especially around here towards the eastern end, where it's pretty much like all the roads are pretty much confirmed. You can see where we're planning. It's the same car. Interesting. Hold on, this should have a map area as well, shouldn't it? There we go. Brilliant. Awesome sauce. And yes, I said awesome sauce in 2026. Don't worry about it. Okay, should we do this? Should we just finish off this corner? At least. I think we should. I want to start with... Okay, so the entrance, like, cause there's a bit of like concrete here. It sort of comes out from about here. Actually, I'm gonna push this back to 70 because I think it would be better to at least partly use this. Let me see. Oh right, the terrain height thing, but no, that's not a problem. It's not a problem. What I might do instead is actually push this just towards the edge here, like so, and this can just be up to here, and then same on this side, so this just goes up to 25, this goes up to 25. That's an issue. Maybe this just goes up to 14, and then we can just vertex. Yeah. It's a bit of Z-fine. Let me go here and just say 60 instead. That's better. Okay. Good. Yep, that's good. And you make the city of Munich from SES developers in ProMods. With the stuff about Ukraine, we don't do suggestions because there's a lot of things we want to do, especially with Ukraine. There are a lot of places we would like to add, but it's mainly developer time and also just, you know, there is a war going on there right now, so it's a bit dodgy depending on where we'd want to work. But yeah, we don't do suggestions anyway, so. Okay, I did that wrong. Okay. So this area is kind of a gravel, actually. Not asphalt, that's gravel. Let's see what kind of gravel we've got. What about this one? Yeah, it's way too bright. Too dark. Maybe beige. Yeah, beige. And this kind of goes up to about here. And then this is interesting. There's like path here that like just keeps going. There's like a door. Interesting. Try that. This would be I think just a straight 90 might be the... Okay, not straight 90. Probably 114. Yeah, bang on, 140. So it goes in like that. It's a lot narrower, so I need to adjust the size here. It is vaguely like that. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Perfect. Now, I think there's a path that kind of goes round to the front here, so... Okay, I just messed it up, there's no point. Here, I can just probably get away with a path. Yeah, that's good. I might change the song. Let's see. Okay. How are we doing on time? It's been just a little over an hour since we started streaming, so not too bad. I say we've done a little bit in that time. Okay, so yeah, this area here is kind of another parking zone, but let me just focus on this one first. This is kind of got, yeah, there's like in this first section here, there's like a bit of rock. So let me see what I used. Yeah, I'll use this. Yeah, I'll use that, and then I can put like hold on, that's pretty much. It's kind of weird, that one, but I think I'll just. That's the wrong way round. It's like it is a lot lower than the actual height of the curb. Maybe that. That's an awkward one. Because the curb here is actually pretty high. It's kind of like gravel thing continues up until that point, so that works. And then this bit is like grass, so okay, not that one. This one. Maybe a bit of. Yeah, that looks good. It's a bit like drier grass on this side. I also see a rock. Let's put that rock down. Oh right, this there's like a door here. Let me figure out I'm gonna make that work. Obviously there's like these windows. Unless I just put the door somewhere like here. Yeah, because you can't just say no windows because it just does that. Unless I just use a wall kind of cover it up. That could be an option. Just need a brick wall that like matches this. Does this have a variant? Oh yeah, like obviously it's slightly different, but you could say that it was like a more like recent edition. Could kind of pull that card out. Maybe I should go for a bit of a window without an open section. Let me just scale this down. Welcome to the stream. Okay, that mostly works. Let me just do that. I want to make this just... Actually, I think just... that'll do. Or would city be better? Nah, I kind of want a bit of bushiness. I think that's fine. Okay, that's good. That's good, actually. Bit of another stretch. Let's see what we can do. That's an issue there, but I can just... Yeah, that you're not going to see that. Okay. A bit cheeky. A little cheeky. But... that saved us a bit of time. And if you're not going to see... because I doubt anyone's going to be like, oh yes, let's go right here. And if they do, then that's not my issue. Well, it is, but it's not. That is a bit noticeable though. Maybe if I just moved it up slightly. That's... well, for one, this needs to be higher on this end. Good. Okay. And essentially, on this front area is just bushes, so... I just need some hedge, actually. Too small. And this one kind of like continues a little bit. They are a little lower, so I might just lower them down like this. Yeah, that works. There's a few trees, so what was this one again? This was a pop, right? Walnut. So if I search up walnut, and then pretty much same-ish size here. So if I that's good. Okay, nice. Now with this here, these transitions, I might just. I don't really want to do a curve because there isn't really a curve there. Maybe some more. Okay, that's the wrong one. Hype Road overlay 2. Yeah, something like this. Perhaps. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what the this is looking like in a minute. There is a little fence there actually. Is that a fence or are those? I can't tell. I think those are lamps. Let's see. Fence chain. This might be the play. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Maybe I could raise them a little. Good. And there are some like little boulders here, so we can go in and a few boulders in this section, so I'll just keep placing a couple around. second. You just place another boulder. Looks good. Okay. Are we 1 hour and 13 minutes? Ah. Alright. I think I want to get some of the vehicles that are parked here done, but first I'm going to want to add the terrain piece here. Okay, wrong side. Need another UN curb. Like so. Lovely. Right here. I might actually just make it lower. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a couple of vans and stuff here that we're going to include. And it should just be Grass City. Actually, no. Let's make that same as. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. There's kind of like a pile of dirt here, like in this corner, so I want to try and recreate that. Dial, okay. Pile. On almond. Definitely not that. Oh, this could be a. Maybe. That one. And then maybe some kind of dirt-ish material around it. It's like here. Yeah, somewhat, and then I can use like a little small dirt decal. Cool. And then there's like these like 3 vans here. So if I just go to hook up van, parked van, align to node rear. So they're all facing forward, so I can just copy paste them. Looks good. Okay. I might actually move these up a little though. And then just to make the the area here a little more interesting, we'll just get some more, maybe some dirt track decals. Nothing too big, so I can shrink that down. Yeah, looks good. Fantastic. I'm happy with this. I would like to copy paste this and flip it around just for this side. Awesome. Okay. So, here there's like a little entrance sort of thing. It's like kind of comes out, and there is this entrance. Nothing too big, and then this area here is just more gravel, and then this is just more gravel. Two different kinds of gravel. Fantastic. Yeah. What can I do here? I think I'll work on that another time, but this is looking good. It's looking very good. Yeah, this looks let me just compare this shot to the real life shot. Let me just do this. You can see there. That's kind of what I'm going based off right now. You can kind of see like the little dirt pile there. It's represented. And you can see the 3 vans also here as well. See the where the bushes are. That kind of stuff. There's the other building. And we're going to be working on to the left at some point in the future. Maybe not today's stream. There's a flagpole. Maybe I'll put a flag up. And then if I just move over to this angle, you can kind of see here the trees and stuff and everything. So it's kind of where I'm working on a minute. You can see the building isn't exactly the same, but it's very good for what it is. So let's move that back to where it was. Yeah, I'll put a flagpole up. Flag. Do I do the normal sized flag for Denmark? I can find a Danish flag. Maybe it'll just be under this. That's the wrong one. Yep, looks good to me. Just got the flag of Denmark there, just in case you forget which country you were in. We're in Denmark. Okay. Skip that song. I love that song, but not right now. Actually, let me put a specific song on. There's a really good song on the Wonder Stop playlist. It's just called Wonder Stop Part 1. There we go. It's a very nice, calming song. Is Kyrgyzstan planned for ProMods? No plans as of right now. Good morning to you as well. Well, it's afternoon here in Europe now, but yes, good day. I say this has turned out really lovely on this end. It's nothing too extreme. I'm still being able to look good. This was the area we worked on last stream as well, around here. It's mainly just about bridging the gap between, which should be easy because these are just industrial estates, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this area turned out last stream. I think it still looks really good. It's nice and simple, but it gets the job done. But it still looks good. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Do we do this front section? Let's take a look. Well, it's got a bit of asphalt, sort of like this texture. Is there something planned like Buffield? That area is pretty tight on space, as due to Hanover being so big and the stuff we've already got there. There's not really much of room. But you know, what am I to know? At the minute, there's nothing happening there because of, well, like I said. There's like a huge parking area on this side. Oh, this. actually, we're just... I'm trying to figure out whether just having no shoulder at all would be a better option. Maybe. Is there something happening in Germany overall? I may be forgetting a project or two that's been announced, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There probably is something that's already been announced, I just don't remember. But, you know. Well, there could just be no project at all. And I could just be being stupid. Either one is incredibly likely with me, so be wary. That's a vague layout, nothing too intense yet, but it's a vague layout. Look how close we are to this being pretty much done exterior wise, and then we can just focus on interior detailing. Yeah, it should be a nice dynamic area, to be fair. Like all this kind of just works together. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is looking. I think, where are we at? Just nearly 2 hours in. I think now would be time for a bit of a scenery change. I think that's a good idea. So we're gonna leave it here for Denmark, and now we're going to jump over. Putting that there so I don't accidentally leak any content. We're gonna hop over to Finland to work on the areas we've been working on in Finland. And here we are. I've just realised I haven't had the overlay on. There we go. I did. Okay. Here we are. This is the part of Finland that I'm reskinning. We got up to about here last time. So yeah, that's where we are at right now. And I'd say it's looking very good. Okay, let me just move the map up to where this area vaguely is. Bit of a change of scenery doesn't hurt the soul. Right, where was I? Where was I in Finland? I must have been... Here? No. About here feels right. Okay. I was trying to figure out how this area should look currently. But I think I have some ideas. So it kind of like keeps going, and then it kind of goes up into like a bit of a hill. So, welcome to the stream. Perhaps maybe 200, 300? 400? Let's go with 400. It's all like goes up like a lot here, so let's see what I can do. I'll just select this road. Okay, it didn't work. Yeah, it's a bit too high. I don't know. I'll see how we go. But this can definitely be extended. It kind of becomes a bit more of dense forest again, like as you go up here, but like it's a lot smaller obviously, so what I'm gonna do is just do that. Vegetation. And maybe pock boreal trees 50, maybe 75, then 300, 400. Or is that? No, that's a bit silly. Maybe something like this? And this can just go up to maybe 180. No, 190. This can go up to... Yeah, that looks nice. I don't know why. Hold on, let me. Here, here. There we go. So what I should have done is just do this, and do this. And if I go here and say use default, why is that different? That's weird. That looks good to me. Which one was this? I'm gonna try that on this side. Yeah, that looks good. And then when it comes to like a hill, we'll just go like this. Nice. Right. Should probably sort out these brushes on this side as well. And try and aim them to be around the trees. Yeah, that side's a lot more dense. I think that's why it looks a bit weird. Let's just do this, and then I can go in and then start kind of going in. Okay, it definitely looks a lot more varied. Now, if I just go with this. Why? Okay. I don't get what this is supposed to be doing. I don't understand what this is doing. I presume some like weird terrain thing, but I mean this needs sorting. But in terms of this area, I think if we just copy the fences here upwards like so, then we've got ourselves kind of what we're going for. But actually those need flipping. So if I go here, invert geometry, perfect. I can figure out the transition into that another time. Maybe... So I think this looks good. But mainly it's just this little corner bit here where it becomes like turns into this like little river English. Turns into this little river area here. Now what to do with you? As you can see here, there's like some weird terrain shenanigans going on because of how like long this section is. I just make that like 200 for the minute. But you can kind of see this is going to need a lot of work to get right. Like this whole river here could probably just be redone because it is a mess. On this side it's fine, it's just here. But we could just like, that can be done. I don't know. I'm kind of... This area feels like it's an area I'd want to do off stream because of its complicatedness. Because it will take me ages. But I like how this looks. I think let's just fly around, see if anywhere interests us. This area is interesting. Huge bezier patches. That'll be fun to work with. Like these areas still look okay, it's just they need like this could probably just get away with like a texture redo and stuff. I'm not sure. I think we're approaching, yeah, we're approaching Katila. You can definitely start seeing, yeah, this is much older, as you can probably tell in terms of like quality. Just trying to figure out where a good place to start from would be. Yeah, because this is the issue. Like, so much of this, because of how old it is, are just massive Vizier patches, which you can definitely tell are a little bit outdated in terms of mapping. This entire town centre took a little while to do, because it's essentially just modernising every single one of these assets around here. I didn't. This is not meant to look like that. Okay, good to know. This area here looks pretty good still. It just needs, like, you know, a bit more of that, like, refresh. Overall, it still looks very nice. That is quite... yeah, that's a weird looking transition. That's gonna have to change. This is really cool though. I really want to be able to do this modernized. I think it'll look awesome. I'm still split with what I want to do about those Vizier patches, because it might be a lot to really tweak all of them. I'm not sure right now. But I can definitely go in and... like, this is a bit too early of a finish at the end. So you can kind of see, like, the void. Something tells me it's definitely not meant to look like this. I probably just copied it wrong. And if you want to see how it all merges into the new content at the minute, yeah, it's a work in progress. But you can see, like, it's gonna come into here in the future. Oh dear, this isn't meant to look like that. Alright, looks like there's a few issues around there. Around this area. That's annoying. When will the map of Turkey be available? Not sure what you mean by that. We don't have a map of Turkey as such. I think I might have to call the stream here soon. Because I do have some things I need to do today. And I mean, we have been streaming for 2 hours already, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think now's an appropriate time to call it the stream. It's a little bit earlier than I would have normally done, but I do have quite a bit of stuff to get done. A lot of the mapping I want to do, I want to kind of just lock in, like, out of stream and just get it done. Oh, expansion. Nothing's been announced just yet. I don't know if there are any projects going on, as far as I'm aware, but, you know, are you considering a map for Turkey? Me personally, not right now, but there are probably developers, because we do have some developers from Turkey. I'm sure they'd want to do some mapping there. We'll see. Depends if they want to or not. We can't tell them you're working here, sort of thing. But yeah, I think this will be a nice place to call it for the stream. I hope you guys have had an interesting insight into what mapping for ProMods is like. Yeah, I'm pretty tired now. I think that latte has run out of the energy. So yeah, look at that view. It's gonna look so good once all this is like done, reskinned. But, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do, college work, and also just this Friday I want to chill. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed the stream, and I'm probably going to do another stream sometime soon. We'll see. Or there could be someone else doing some streams, you never know. But, yeah. It's time to call it. End screen. Boom. Boom. Finally, boom. So yeah, thanks for tuning into the stream, people. I am very, tired, and I've had a long week, so I'm going to just chill out. And I hope to see you all whenever the next stream is, of which will be announced on our Discord at the very least. Maybe our socials next time, but we'll see. Definitely on Discord. So, yep, I guess I'll see you guys then. Hope you have a good rest of your day and weekend. Maybe I should, yeah. I'll see you guys soon. Been a bit of a quieter stream. I think my next stream, if I do another mapping stream, I'm going to try and aim it for the evening. Mainly because, well, it's already midday on a Friday. There's going to be a lot of people at work and at school. And also, you know, we'll see. But, you know, what can I do? But, yep. I'll see you guys in the next stream, whenever that is. Bye-bye.